All right, welcome. Today we are talking about a massive shift, really the end of the search engine as we've known it for, 20 years? The entire game has always been about getting people to click on your links, but that's all changing, fast, because AI isn't giving us links anymore, it's just giving us answers. So let's break down what that actually means for you. Okay, first up, here's a number that should really make you sit up and pay attention. The research from Gartner is predicting that by 2026, a full quarter of all the search traffic we're used to is just gonna vanish. 25%. That is a huge chunk of the internet disappearing from the places we expect it to be. And yeah, that leads us to the billion-dollar question, right? If users aren't clicking on our websites, where on earth are they going to get their information? The answer is, well, it's a whole new way of finding things online. They're going to these things called answer engines. And you already know these guys. We're talking about Google's AI overviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, the list goes on. Instead of giving you a page full of blue links to sort through, they do the work for you. They scan the web and give you a single, straight answer. Look, this is not just another small update. It's a whole new ballgame. The old playbook, search engine optimization, SEO, was all about clawing your way to the top of the rankings. But that's just not going to cut it anymore. When the answer itself is the final destination, you need a totally new strategy. You've got to make sure your brand is baked into that answer. And that, my friends, is answer engine optimization, or AEO. So how in the world do you do that? How do you actually influence a giant AI model? Well, it's less about just writing clever content and more about technology. It's about speaking the AI's language. And the way you do that is with a new set of tools called AEO APIs. The best way to think about them is like a direct hotline from your brand straight into the AI's brain. Okay, so if APIs are the secret weapon, which one should you actually be looking at? Let's get practical. We're going to dive into the top API tools you need to know about for 2025, all based on a really specific ranking of what's most effective out there right now. Now, this is what I find really interesting. Look at how these tools were scored. It's not just about how many different AIs they cover, though that is the biggest piece of the pie. It's also about actionability. Does the tool just show you data, or does it actually help you do something about it? And then, of course, you've got technical quality and real-world results rounding it out. This isn't about flashy features, it's about what actually works. So instead of just running down a boring list of 10 tools, we're going to look at 3 main types, 3 different archetypes. This will give you a much better feel for the different angles you can take with AUO, whether you're a huge company, a developer, or a niche publisher. First up, for the big guys, the enterprise teams, you've got something like Contently AI Studio. Think of it like a mission control for your content. It grades your stuff on all these AEO factors. It automatically adds the structured data, that super clean code that AIs just love to read. And it tells you if you're actually getting cited by the big AI models. And it gets results. One case study showed a company boosted its AI-driven leads by 32% in just 6 weeks. Not bad. Next, we have something for the tech folks, the developers and data nerds. This is SerpApi, and it's a totally different animal. It's not a big, fancy platform. It's more like a scalpel. It goes out and scrapes the raw data right from Google's AI overviews and hands it to you in a clean, usable format. So if you want to build your own dashboards or get an alert the second an AI stops mentioning your brand, this is the tool for you. And our third type is for anyone who wants to totally control their own story. A tool like WordLift helps you build something called a knowledge graph. Honestly, the easiest way to picture this is like you're creating the perfect official Wikipedia entry for your own brand, your products, your experts, your data, and then you feed that directly to the AIs. It makes sure that when they talk about you, they get their facts straight from you. And here's how all those different types fit into the bigger picture. This is the full top 10 list. You can see our examples right there, Contently at number 1, SerpApi at 3, and WordLift at 6. But just look at the variety here. You've got tools for multi-location businesses like retail stores. You've got tools for agencies, tools for e-commerce. There's really something for everyone. Go ahead and pause here if you want to take a closer look at the whole list. Okay, so we've got the tools, but what do you actually do with them? This is where it gets really, really cool. Let's talk about the new automated tactics that are now possible because of these APIs. Okay, check this out. Imagine this scenario. An AI suddenly stops citing one of your most important web pages. In the old days, you might not even notice for weeks, maybe months. But now, an API from a tool like BrightEdge can detect that drop instantly.
and send out an automated alert. That alert can then trigger another API, maybe from Contently, to immediately go in and beef up that page with new AI-friendly structured data, like an FAQ section, to make it more attractive and win that citation back. All of this happens automatically, without a human lifting a finger.
And believe me, it gets even crazier than that. We're talking about programmatically testing thousands of different user questions to find gaps in your AI coverage, or pushing an update to your knowledge graph and seeing Google's AI reflect that change in a matter of hours. You can even track traffic coming from an AI answer without the traditional tracking links we've always relied on. This is truly the next wave of marketing automation.
So let's pull all this together. How do you start weaving this new AEO mindset into everything you're already doing?
Right, the most important thing to get is that AEO is not here to replace SEO. You absolutely still need SEO. Think of it like this. SEO is the foundation. It's what makes sure the AI bots can even find your house and knock on the door. AEO is the new, critical layer you build on top of that foundation. It's the feedback loop that tells you if the AI actually understood what you said and if it's quoting you correctly. You need both to win. And that brings us to the big takeaway. AON isn't just a task for the marketing team anymore, it's becoming a core part of a company's technology stack. As this quote puts it, AON monitoring belongs in every CI/CD pipeline. That's the automated process developers use to ship new code. Basically, it means checking your brand's visibility in AI should be as routine as checking for software bugs before a launch. It's that fundamental.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. In this new world of answer engines, when your future customer asks the most important question in your industry, will your brand be part of the answer? Because with the right AEO strategy, you can make damn sure that it is.